How's it going, everybody? My name is Squibby Bros, and today we are back with more Pokemon Go. If you remember the last video I just did a little bit of something with my actresses. This time, it's the Community Day event for Vanillite, which, of course, I have a lot of it right now. I'm gonna go through how I do it and so forth. So, yeah, I'm gonna come back with the results. Okay, so it's near the end of the community day, and as you can see, I have evolved a Vanillite into a Vanilluxe. Now, going into the little Pokemon storage thing here, these are the two Vanilluxe that I've evolved. So, here's the story. I actually was trading with my other account. Pokemon appearing. I was trading with my other account, and I wasn't getting the best luck, so I didn't trade again, didn't got the same thing. I kept repeating until I got this. Obviously it was vanilla at first, but I ended up getting a lucky. Sadly, it's not a hundo, it's just 3 stars. But still, that is totally fine for me. And of course, I had to give it the name Ice Queen. And then I got this one as well. I didn't trade it. It was just like this. Only 1800 because my character's level is pretty low, as you can see, just level 22. So, yeah. I will see you next time. Well, I should be saying that at the end, but let's go and review how good Vanilluxe is. Okay, so if you're aware, Vanilluxe is a Gen 5 Pokemon, just like Haxorus and some of the others that are from Gen 5. And it's obviously an Ice type, which means if you're doing a Dragon Raid, it's going to be pretty good. Now, the event only lasted from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., so Vanilluxe is a bit of an interesting case as it's not the strongest or fastest ice type in the game. I don't know what's even the strongest ice type in the game, but Vanilluxe is obviously quite strong, especially with the Avalanche move, which is what it came with once you evolve Vanillite into Vanillish and then Vanilluxe. Now, when it originally came out in Pokemon Black and White, it was pretty lazy. Not the strongest out of all the Black and White stuff. Like, definitely Kyurem or any of the other legendary Pokemon is definitely better than Vanilluxe. However, I would say Vanilluxe is still an okay Pokemon. Now, during my competitive play against my other phone, it was incredibly good against some Pokemon, like Venusaur was pretty good up against. Snorlax not too much, but some of the others were pretty weak against it. As you can see in this clip, I actually ended up losing with my other phone. It's totally fine, as I was just testing how good Vanilluxe is, and you know, testing is better than like fighting, although fighting is still okay, I guess. Okay, so let's talk about the exclusive move Avalanche, which is obviously only for this event. Avalanche is basically a move where it basically causes a lot of ice blocks to fall down. As you can see, I'm gonna start one up, and yeah, you see what I mean? So, it does about 85 damage. It deals more to dragon types as well as, I think it's just dragon types. I could be wrong about that, but it is okay to use. It's just I need to be wary if a Pokemon is resistant to it. Now, is Vanilluxe the best ice type in the game? Honestly, I don't think so. I think Beartic or even Kyurem or even any of the other generation ice types, they're definitely better than Vanilluxe. Especially when it comes to fighting against dragon types like Garchomp, Dragonite, and Haxorus. Now, of course, ice type has some weaknesses, like fighting types are good against it, steel types are good against it, and of course fire types, which obviously makes sense as well. If you put ice on lava or whatever, it melts immediately. So the Vanilluxe, by the way, I named on this account are called Ice Queen and Ice King. Obviously a reference to Adventure Time if you watched that show. Ice Queen has about 2000 CP, while Ice King is a little bit weaker at about 1800. On the other account I have, the Vanillite that I had was 2300 CP, and the other one was about 1700 if I'm not mistaken. So now let's talk about the attacks, starting off with the fast attacks. We have Astonish and Frost Breath. I would have to go with Frost Breath over Astonish. I know Astonish is a ghost type move, and it could be useful in some ways for Vanilluxe, but definitely I'll go with Frost Breath. As for the charge moves, we have a few different ones. Those being Single Beam, Flash Cannon, Blizzard, and then the exclusive Avalanche move. So Single Beam is a bug type move that does 75 damage, Flash Cannon does 100, Blizzard does 130, and then obviously we know that Avalanche does 85. Definitely, Blizzard is definitely a better choice, although Avalanche is still a pretty decent one. Now the reason I said Avalanche was good is that you can charge up twice, and if you stack it up, then you can easily defeat your enemy. Now Vanilluxe doesn't have a lot of HP, usually like at 100 or 112 compared to like 200 or 160 HP that most of the different Pokemon have. So for example, if you have like a Snorlax, that's a very good one, it will have like 200. Now let's talk about the downsides of Vanilluxe. First off, it's weak against many different fighting types like Machamp, Sock, and Throw. For steel types, it's Metagross, obviously. I mean, everybody has a Metagross, and if you have a Vanilluxe fighting against it, you're dead. Also Aggron, that's kind of hard to deal with. And then for fire types, we have Charizard, Reshiram, Arcanine, just a lot of fire types. Now, it's not just Pokemon with a specific typing that makes Vanilluxe vulnerable, it's Pokemon with specific attacking types. So for example, Heracross may have a fighting type, which is not good. Reshiram, as I said earlier, may have some fire type moves. And then also, Pokemon like, Hariyama, I don't know how to say it. They may also have some pretty powerful moves, so that makes Vanilluxe pretty vulnerable. Now in most of these battles, it ended up winning against Garchomp, as well as Machamp, and it nearly lost to some of my Pokemon, and of course it died to Snorlax, as well as the other Vanilluxe that I had. Now I just want to mention before I go is that, why am I taking so long to do Pikmin Germany's episode 4? The reason for that is because I'm working on the other stuff. That's why it's taking so long, but no worries, I'm not canceling the series. It is also because I'm doing some other stuff like reviews, shorts, you name it. I'm just doing way too much stuff. Vanilluxe is going to be getting a B tier. So that's going to be it for the Vanilluxe review. Hit those like and subscribe buttons and comment down below. I will see you next time on another thing I'm going to be doing is Squibby Bros. Squibby Bros out. Please go ahead and subscribe to our channel right now. Squibby Bros, thank you.